folks, and welcome to Chrisreviews. So today I'm looking at something that's a little bit different for me. This is the Lobinni Interlaken 1888. Now, a dress watch in rose gold is a bit of a departure from my normal purchases, but fear not, this little Lobinni is a bit special. So without any further ado, let's get into the review. So let's cover off the dimensions of this one then. So we have a 40mm case width, 10.2mm thick, and that includes the curved crystal, 20mm lugs, 46.8 lug to lug, nice and compact, and on its leather strap with the deployment clasp, this one weighs in at 73 grams. Now price wise, I paid £156 for this, which equates to around $210 US. And timekeeping, the Hangzhou 5000A Micro Rotor Movement, keeping very respectable time at -6 seconds per day. Now, I purchased this from the official Lobinni store on AliExpress. The store does seem to have a lot of followers, and it's easy to see why. There's some good looking watches, there's some interesting dress pieces on offer. If you fancy checking them out, I will leave a link down below. Now, this 1888 model is also available in a couple of different colours, a white dial and a black dial, with also a couple of different case finishes as well. You can have steel or gold. So yeah, nice to see a good range of options for finish there. So packaging for this one, nice overall packaging from Lobinni, warranty card and instruction book as usual, and a nice box with a little inlay showing off the face of the watch there before you fully unbox it. A little different, and yeah, nice packaging overall. As mentioned, I opted for this rose gold case. One of the benefits of starting this channel, I'm finding, is that I'm trying things that I perhaps normally wouldn't. And the case is lovely. It's fully polished with a nice application of that rose gold finish. It has nice lines, well executed. Overall, a very nice quality finish on that case. It has a nice onion style crown, signed with the Lobinni L, and again, nicely executed, winds very nicely indeed. Now I'll show you a quick wrist shot on my 7.5 inch wrist. It wears very nicely indeed. That 40mm case wearing perfectly, and that 10mm thickness is just right for a dress watch. It fits under a shirt cuff without any problems. Now, the leather strap that you get this watch on, I have been wearing it on the supplied leather. And once it's worn in, it is actually pretty nice. The deployment clasp is good, and it's comfortable when it's closed, and I think it works very well. It's perhaps not to everyone's taste. It is a bit shiny, it is, I suppose, ultra dressy, but I think it does suit the watch, and of course easily switched out if you would prefer something else. Now, the crystal on this one, we have a domed sapphire crystal. I don't think there's much AR present. It definitely could have benefited from some AR. I think it would have been a nice addition, but nevertheless, it is a good crystal. It's beautifully integrated into the case, and does give completely different views of that dial depending on the viewing angle and the light. It's also nice to note that the display case back showing off that stunning micro rotor movement is also covered by a piece of flat sapphire. And what about the dial? Well, this particular dial option I went for is a matte black dial. It has those applied matching rose gold Arabic numbers, and we have the small seconds indicator located between the 7 and 8 at the bottom half of the dial there. It's nicely sunk in, that sub-dial for the seconds, and we also have a very nice beveled date window at the 3 o'clock. Now, the printed Lobinni text at the 12 is nice. It's nice and sharp, and that lovely skeletonized handset as well, with some classical styling, which I think matches the rest of the dial very well. Now, it is worth noting that the dial on this dark model at least does significantly change colour depending on the light that you view it in. It can go from a deep black all the way through to a warm dark brown in appearance. It is actually a very nice effect. So why is this Lobinni a little bit special? Well, the answer lies right here in the movement. Powering this one is a Hangzhou 5000A Micro Rotor Movement. Now, micro rotor movements are usually only found in watches that cost many times more than this, and the use of the movement is the reason why the Lobinni can be so thin and still feature that automatic winding system. It is really beautiful, it's nicely finished, lots of detail in this movement, and a bit of a step up in terms of what usually lives behind a display caseback, especially when you consider the price point of this one. So what is the verdict for this little Lobinni 1888? Well, I think it is a bit of a triumph. Up until only a few weeks ago, I had never even heard of Lobinni. It was a brand I had never come across before. But this little 1888 really does deliver an elegant, dressy punch at a very affordable price. That Micro Rotor 5000A movement is simply outstanding for the price again, and it is a joy to look at. The watch is nicely finished, it's well executed, and it is an absolute joy to wear. I think this being my first watch from Lobinni, I have a distinct feeling that it won't be my last. Now, if you're looking for something a bit dressier, then do check out the Lobinni store on AliExpress. I'll leave a link down below. They have a variety of different models to choose from, and I had a very good experience with them indeed. And I think I will definitely try and pick up another Lobinni in the future. So thanks for making it to the end of the review. Please do remember and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It really does mean a lot. And I'll see you in the next review.